Best-selling author Linwood Barclay has a new book out today. He joins us now with more on his latest thriller, The Lie Maker. Happy Publishing Day to you, Linwood.
Thanks very much. I want to put online, I say it's pub a day, but then people think you're drinking really too early. So.
Well, it could be pub day at any time, right?
I know.
So this book, I understand, was prompted in part by a memento that your dad left you.
Yeah, I mean, very quickly, it's about a writer, a guy named Jack Gibbons, who is not terribly successful, although his work has been well received, and he is approached by the Witness Protection Agency to write backstories for relocated witnesses. And Jack's own father, as it turns out, was sent into that program and left the family when he was just a little kid. And one of the things that he left for him, that he gave him as he was leaving, because he wouldn't be needing anything that was in it anymore, was his wallet. And his dad gave him a wallet when he left. And what kind of inspired that moment is this wallet has been on my desk for more than half a century. My father died when I was 16, and I always kept his wallet, and it has, his driver's license and car insurance and his membership with the Masons and a picture of me. And I had tweeted one time about having this and having saved it all this time, and it sparked this immense kind of response. People saying, well, I kept my mother's this and I kept my dad's, collection of something or other. And I realized there was something to this, to saving a memento of a parent or someone it was very close to you. And so this ended up becoming part of the novel and becomes kind of a pivotal plot point at one point.
Yeah, and it's a very poignant moment at one point where the father realizes that, well, you kept this.
Yeah, he said, that's a bit of a spoiler, but that's okay. We didn't give anything away. But
but not the whole spoiler, not the whole spoiler.
It's not to worry, nothing's been ruined. I mean, you wouldn't write an entire novel about someone trying to find their father and then get to the end and say, well, we couldn't find him.
Thanks for reading, and that's what you put at the end.
Kind of like when they made that movie, The Search for Spock. If at the end they didn't find him, you think, well, really, what was the point of all of this? But yes, it does becomes, and that's the thing, when Jack is approached by the Witness Protection Agency to write backstories, he's astonished that they're not aware that he has a very close, connection to that program, his father having been sent into it. And he's hoping that maybe if he's working with them, it will afford him an opportunity to reconnect with his father, because as the story progresses, it looks as though his father, after all these years, may be in considerable danger. And just from whom is not quite clear.
So have you always thought, I'm going to do something with this wallet?
No, no. It's funny. I don't think it really had occurred to me until after I had tweeted about it a couple of years ago, when it was sort of the 50th anniversary of my father's passing. And then when I saw the outpouring, the response, I thought there's something there. And I'd had in the back of my head that I wanted to do a story about a guy who's hired to write backstories for relocated witnesses. And then I thought these elements are going to come together.
Is that actually a thing?
Which is often the case. Sorry?
Is that actually a thing, that there are people that write backstories for people who go into witness protection?
There is in this book.
Are you the lie maker?
That's right. But there is definitely in this book that there's this kind of person. I had one time thought about doing a series about, sort of the people who relocate witnesses. And then I decided, well, that's kind of been done. And I thought, what if there's a way to kind of narrow the focus, and you brought in a kind of just a regular guy who was hired for another kind of a skill to help out? Because as they say to him, they say to Jack, they say, we're really good at hiding people and setting them up in a new location, but we're not very creative. So when it comes to inventing a backstory for them to tell others, that's where we think that you could come in. And as I say, that and the wallet, it all just started to dovetail for this piece.
Okay. Linwood Barclay, we have run out of time, but again, congratulations on your pub day. Take that wallet to a pub. I think The Lie Maker is out now.
There were some money in it, but thank you.